this SCP is SCP-1733, aka Season Opener. Item SCP-1733, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The DVR containing SCP-1733 is to be kept in a secure video archive and site redacted. Playback of 1733 is strictly forbidden unless required for research. Personnel must contact Dr. Geller for permission to study 1733. Sorry about that. Alright. Description 1733 is a digital recording of the 2010-2011 NBA season opening game, played at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts on October 26, 2010, between the Boston Celtics, is it Celtics or Celtics?
I think it's supposed to be Celtics.
Yeah. Between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Angels monitoring social networking sites were altered to 1733 when Boston native Redacted complained in a Facebook thread on October 27th about a technical foul in the third quarter involving players Ray Allen and Chris Bosh that never occurred in the original broadcast. When confronted, Redacted uploaded the relevant segment much to the confusion of his derogators?
Derogators.
Derogators. I don't know. Foundation agents embedded in Facebook's moderator team deleted the thread and procured the IP address of all individuals present at the chat at this time to locate and administer Class A amnestics.
Right, do you need us to tell you what derogators means?
Isn't it like people who is that like off of the word derogatory?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I got a good guess. Alright. The Motorola brand DVR containing 1733 was recovered for study. Study of the footage has since revealed the nature of the recording's anomalous properties, although initially diverging from the original broadcast only, negligibly, such as quarter-point totals and occurrences of fouls, 1733 has begun to markedly digress from the content of its earlier playbacks. Recorded entities have been observed to retain memory of previous playings, and as such have developed a versioning,
yeah.
Versioning awareness of their existence. It is hypothesized that playback impart an unquantifiable measure of cognizance to the entities inhabiting 1733. With consecutive planes greatly expanding recall of previous events, this effect is cumulative and extends to all persons in the area. Quality of awareness has progressed from reported feelings of intense deja vu by commenter personalities Mike and Tommy to a near eidetic memory of preceding playbacks. However, to note, no entities inside 1733 have ever addressed the viewer directly or shown awareness that they reside in a digital recording. The individual in the recording are virtually indistinguishable from their real-life counterparts in talent, behavior, and manner of report. Fans in the crowd also appear to be real human beings in all respects, and Foundation inquires into the current status of these persons as found nothing of note. For all intents and purposes, recorded entities appear to be the actual individuals, but somehow abiding in a digital medium. TD Garden records have put the number of people in attendance on October 26, 2010 at redacted. That's a big number.
Well, yeah, it's the season opener for an NBA game. There's gonna be a lot of people in the audience.
It was initially thought the purpose of 1733 was to depict an infinite number of game outcomes. Since players were able to modify offensive and defensive strategies during every playback, by playback 034, players and coaches became so keenly adapted to the opposing team's playbook that the score remained 0-0 until 3:34 in the first quarter. As quality of recall was still weak in early stage iterations, memory of preceding playbacks slightly manifested as a vague intuition felt by players, fans, and team personnel alike, interfering with their ability to grasp the full scope of their situation. By playback 045, however, comprehension of their predicament had reached such a point that players declined to play all together and assembled with the rest of those in attendance to formulate possible escape plans. It is the conclusion of Foundation researchers that the inhabitants of 1733 are imprisoned in the setting of the recording, as they have been unable to exit by any means. Doors leading out of the arena have not yielded to an estimated force of excess of redacted N. The assembly has also been unable to exit from locker rooms, player facilities, and skyboxes, waiting for patrons arriving in scripted points prior to the start of the first quarter. It's also been unsuccessful. Individuals leave by where patrons entered and are then unable to navigate and escape from the adjacent corridors that girdle the main area. Escape attempts have since grown more desperate and have included failed attempts at constructing makeshift explosives, all-out rioting, and the fracturing of the assembly into three opposing factions, and by playback redacted, the ritualistic murder and disembowelment of players in the hopes of appeasing whatever it is that confines them. Oh.
Well, that's
However,
not fun.
yeah. However, upon the beginning of a new playback, all persons are returned to their pre-game status unharmed. Researchers have been unable to duplicate the effects of 1733 with other recordings made by the DVR, confirming the device is not the source of 1733's aberrant properties. Due to the distress visited upon inhabitants of 1733, testing has been suspended indefinitely. Alright, playback 002. Alright. First recorded deviation when recording broadcast. TD Garden crowd boos the Miami Heat during entrance. Miami Heat forward LeBron James observed to have scowled and shaken his head dismissively at the crowd. Playback 015. Score remains 0-0 for 8 consecutive sessions. Fans appear noticeably subdued when displayed on the facility's HD scoreboard screen. Celtics power forward Glenn Davis is able to execute a crucial block late in the fourth quarter. On LeBron James, he could not complete during the original broadcast. Securing the Celtics lead, commentators note Glenn Davis' dedication to performing well on both sides of the court in spite of the Big Three's blistering ball movement on offensive plays. A nascent awareness of previously played games has begun to form. Playback 026. First Miami Heat victory, 112 to 85. Crowd becomes aggressive, shouting obscenities and hurling footstuff at Celtics. Color commentator Tom Hyson understood the frustration criticizing the Celtics coaching staff for becoming so complacent after having cracked the code of the Miami Heat offense, as this was the first game together for the Miami Big Three. It is unlikely any coaching personnel would have become so adjusted to an unfamiliar offense in a single game. Playback 027. Commentators Mike and Tommy note a feeling of deja vu during the Heat's grandiose entrance. Crowd remains subdued during key Celtic plays. Celtic emerged the victors, prompting Tom Ison to remark, "The Celtics have come a long way winning back the hearts of their fans. When asked to elaborate by Mike Gorman, Vincent could only respond that he felt the team had an embarrassment to atone for, but could not specify further. Playback 044. Teams emerge disoriented and confused, game is suspended. Majority of the time is spent by medical professionals assessing the mental state of players, who remain convinced they had dreamt playing the session opener frequently the previous night. When informed of the situation by team staff, commentators Mike and Tommy affirm the same feeling. Crowd is also afflicted. Recording ends with courtside correspondents interviewing members of the crowd on the nature of their dreams. Alright, playback 045. Players refuse to play. Cameraman, facility personnel, players, commentators, and crowd members gather in the court to appraise the situation. All persons are convinced they are reliving the same game repeatedly. Doors are tested but cannot be budged. Recording closes as crowd begins to fashion makeshift weapons to pry open doors. Last instance of camera being manipulated by the camera crew. All following playbacks are seen through a single static shot of a broadcast view camera. Playback 051. No attempts to exit the building have succeeded. All exits in the area and adjacent areas remain sealed. A physical altercation in balcony section 318 between an inebriated group of college-age males and one older male leaves the older male concussed on the floor and unconscious. As broadcast cameras unable to pick up the audible voices on the opposite side of the arena, presumably the dispute occurred over the group of males not insisting with escape plans. First recorded violent incident. Playback 052. The man knocked unconscious in previous playback is returned to previous state. Unharmed upon the beginning of current recording, the man ambushes and bludgeons one of his attackers to death at 34 minutes 12 seconds mark. Oh damn. Playback 055. Conversation has progressed to such a point that the crowd is now able to remember the events of that week, as well as friends and family members outside the facility. Attempts to contact outside for help have met with failure. Playback 065. Crowd is unable to exit the facility. Congregation has since dissolved into the following groups and factions. Players, coaches, and all involved team personnel have presumably barricaded themselves in off-screen player facilities. The affirm and parents, accompanied by their children, have retreated to the northeast corner of the balcony rise and have elected to point out the playbacks as they occur, marking their territory with a Celtics championship flag draped over section 320. Redacted individuals, henceforth referred to as the Faith Keepers, have proselytized to multiple gatherings that they believe being confined to the TD Garden is a punishment for rampant consumerism of the post-industrial world, and have burned offerings of mobile phones, car keys, handbags, and wallets in center court for the past 4 playbacks.
I just want to comment this is something people actually do sometimes when they're panicking.
Yeah.
The group compromises Boston churchgoers. The group comprises Boston churchgoers and redacted. A notable portion of adults, numbering approximately redacted individuals, have remained diligent in formulating escape plans. Playback 073. The Faith Keepers grow in number after previous playback incident, where 3 males were severely injured by an improvised explosive fastened to an exit door. No damage to the door is visible. Playback 095. hedonistic displays of sex and violence sufficiently curb the efforts of civilizers. Makeshift Makeshift curtains are hung around the site of an orgy at launch 8 at the urging of Section 320 members. Playback 112. Fishes have deteriorated considerably. Redacted individuals leap from balcony section and opening 10 minutes of Playback 112. Playback redacted. Faithkeepers stormed player facilities and retrieved Paul Pierce and LeBron James. Players are ritually sacrificed and their bodies are secretly displayed on Rene's Jumbotron. The murder of players seemed to have no effect on the recording. Playback redacted. The proselytizers have begun to call for a sacrifice of children. Adults have formed a wall between Group 320 and the Faithkeepers. Playback redacted. First recording deviation and arena light to a deep red color. Data expunged.
That's always a good sign.
So to be clear, this is a safe class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's be honest, it's probably that way because literally the only people getting tortured are the people in the tape.
Well, yeah, like it's a safe class because it's literally just a recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Also,
can't do anything.
Also, when I'm reading this, I just realized, there's two things I believe would do this. One, I'm not saying they're part of this SCP or not. I would say it would be Arcadia, because I can see Arcadia wanting to do this to people. Jesus.
Yeah.
Group. And Laffy. Laffy would do it too. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Alright, let me get the thumbnail.
Please let it be accurate. Please let it be accurate. Please let it be accurate.
It may be accurate, may not be accurate.
There's literally no reason for them to veer off course.
What the fuck am I? What? Why does this fucker on the ground have a sword? Where did he get that?
It's the Celtic sword mascot. It's the sword
There's
from Celtic
no
mascot.
actual. The tape would not have any swords or things like that. Only things that were from the arena.
Like I said, it's from the mascot.
There's no mascot with a sword. That being said, it's clickbaity, but it's mostly accurate.
Yeah. I'd give it a 2.
Yeah.
A 2 sounds good. Also, that's the worst drawn calf I've seen in a while. Looks less like a muscle and more like an infection.
Let's see. They did not include the author. Which was, if America is, B. Baztech. I hope I said that name correctly. Apparently the creator of the picture is Rat King 666.
Well, then that's just one of the things they have to give the credit to. Rat King 666.
And B.
Well,
Baztech.
we don't count those things. It's the main thing is whether or not they properly credited the article.
I think there was.
Also, though, we have to count the picture too, if they use it.
Yeah, I remember one time SCP Chronicles did use the original picture of 3199 without permission.
Oh, okay.
Which is a copyrighted picture, by the way.
I don't think that it
3199.
is this picture, but we'll find out.
What's the original picture for 3199?
I think it's still in the article.
Oh, okay, that thing.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I didn't remember what 3199 was.
Oh, I just said the nickname. He was refuted. That creature.
Yeah. Chicken monster.
Yeah.
Chicken plus plus.
Alright. Okay, good. Everything's good. We all ready?
The Volden.
Yeah.
Alright, and 3, 2, 1.
It was a cold September morning in Boston, Massachusetts. Mark Bridges was up at 6 a.m. He wanted to be one of the first to arrive at the car boot sale. He knew that all the best bargains were snapped up within the first hour of a sale. When he arrived at the site, there were at least a dozen people there already. Mark parked his car and set off walking around. He passed cars full of vintage clothes, shoes, books, etc. But he didn't bother stopping to look. He knew there wouldn't be anything there of interest to him. Instead, he headed to a car at the back of the site. He had often bought things from the man. Vinyl records, old movie recordings.
Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Why did Joseph Stalin just cameo at this fucking garage sale? That is just dead ass. That is just dead ass Joseph Stalin and their terrible art style. You cannot convince me otherwise. Why is he here?
Because he has things to sell.
This. Maybe that's why it's anomalous. Because it's a recorded by a Russian person.
Right?
What is that joke even supposed to mean?
I don't
Like,
even know.
you don't have to turn every little thing into a joke when there's no joke to be had.
I don't know what it means. I was trying to say it was recorded by Joseph
If you can't figure out
Stalin.
a joke, then just don't make it.
I think I meant to say Joseph Stalin, but I said
You could have. You know what you could have said? You could have either thought until you thought of a joke, or you could have said something like, Stalin was reincarnated as an old guy with a bunch of boring old things to get rid of.
All I know is if he's selling stuff, is he selling his kneecaps? Because I want to break those.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I just figured something out.
What?
The table holding everything on there is floating.
Oh yeah.
I love floating table.
Because technically, it's not really part of the car with how it's angled. It's just next to the car, despite it being open. Therefore, the car can't really be holding it up. There's too much of it out of the car.
Also, that's
in Soviet Russia, tables no need legs. They just float there.
Oh my god. Also, it's a severely rusted Xbox right there.
That's not an Xbox.
I have an Xbox that looks similar to it. So.
It looks like an Xbox.
Yeah, but it looks like one that's severely rusted.
To me, it looks like a very badly drawn VHS player.
Probably what
it's a fair interpretation. Anyway, let's see what fucking trash Joseph Stalin here is selling.
3, 2, 1.
Things like that. As he approached the car, he was surprised to see...
That is not what it looked like earlier.
That...
Whatever. Yeah, sure. This is definitely what we just saw on
that
table.
That doesn't look like a VHS or an Xbox.
Well, I mean, it got the X.
That's 4 buttons.
It's got the X and it's got the box?
Are you saying it's close enough? That looks like alien technology.
Yes.
Nah, to me it looks like... Wait, why the fuck does it look like there's a card reader on the fucking far right side?
Yeah,
That looks like one of
That's
those
why I
old-timey
said
things
it
where you
doesn't-
punch in a card.
I told you it doesn't
the
look
hell?
like a tape player. That's one of the reasons. It's like they don't know what a tape player looks like. So they combined a tape player and an Xbox, and they got this.
Whatever.
Anyways. 3, 2, 1.
A
What do you think of
DVR
it?
player sitting in the boot of the car.
I was asking Spood what they thought of it. How close do you think they got to a VHS player?
Well, maybe we should actually hear what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
See a DVR player sitting in the boot of the car.
A DVR.
That is not a DVR player.
I have a DVR.
Yeah, same.
Okay, does it look like
What?
that?
No.
That's what I
No.
thought. Does that look like
It
a
has,
DVR
like-
player?
It has like 2 buttons on it. This person has never seen a DVR in their lives.
It looks like something.
It, whatever.
What does it look like to you, Spood?
Like something that's completely unusable. What are you even supposed to do with it?
Oh, you're right. There's no pocket for anything to enter, right? Like there's that one thing on the like farthest to the right side, but it's not big enough for any disc to go in.
Could be a cable
Well-
box. I don't know.
Well, DVRs wouldn't have that.
Well, it wouldn't, but they would have something for some. The DVR would not have that, but it also wouldn't have that weird thing there in the first place, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing there suggests something goes in. It's just nothing's the size to go in.
Anyway,
Yeah. 3, 2.
He hadn't seen one of those for years. How much do you want for the player? You can have it for $10.
Oh my gosh. Fuck you. OBS. Anyways, as you're saying, Hatchet. About the $10 DVR thing. Can I be heard?
We can hear you. I think.
Oh.
what the fuck? Why? I have been...
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to back the fuck up. 1. Who the fuck sells a DVR for $10? Do these people have any idea what a DVR is? Like, let me just look up something real quick. Market value DVR. That's not what I'm thinking of. Let me just go DVR prices. Okay, all of the first ones I see, like I'm seeing, generally speaking, between $60 and $300 for a new DVR. This is an older one that's been used. It's gonna be a bit cheaper, but $10? Yeah, okay.
Honestly, that sounds like the sort of prices my dad used to get from people who were desperate for drugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so I guess Joseph Stalin is desperate for drugs.
I'm not sure how desperate for speed Joseph Stalin is, but maybe he is. Maybe he's like those people my dad have gotten bargains from.
Yeah. Also, why the fuck? Does a DVR need an SD card?
Yeah, so that was the second thing I was going to say. Who the like? This is just this person doesn't understand what a DVR is. They have
Maybe
like
it's
they
a
were trying
DVR
to.
that also has a player attached.
No.
Well, if it's an SD card, who
Yeah,
the
I don't
fuck
think they
stores
can play SD cards.
who the fuck stores like mass-produced media on SD cards?
No one, I think.
I'm like 90% certain that that's just not a thing.
Let me look it up just in case. Oh, you can apparently. No, yeah, it's not a thing. For a moment, I briefly thought, wait, is it really a thing? But no. Because Amazon popped up.
Like, now I kind of find it funny. Like, even OBS was watching and was like, the fuck? And shut down after seeing that. He didn't even confuse OBS.
I feel like we all shut down to some extent with how stupid that was. Okay, let's see what their magical, non-existing device that's totally a DVR it does next.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Another SD card still in here. He pressed the eject and a card came out. Mark couldn't believe it. On the top of the card was
That's
written,
not what happens.
No,
They're
it's not.
treating it the way it's designed. Now that we have a closer look to it, it does not look like something that takes it looks like something that takes CDs or something similar to a CD, which would not be on a DVR. Okay.
Also, that slot's way too big for that SD card.
Also, the SD card would not be entered in that direction.
Yeah.
Are they somehow mixing up SD cards with floppy disks?
Yes.
I just realized.
A floppy disk doesn't look like an SD card, though.
I mean, yeah, but like that sort of slot looks like a
Yes,
floppy
it does,
disk slot on an
but
old computer.
I think you're giving
So,
them
like,
too much credit. Your theory makes more
I-
sense, but it's shaped like the card,
Yeah.
not your more logical reasoning.
Either way, it doesn't belong on a DVR. They don't know what
Yeah.
these words mean. Let's just continue.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat, 26th October. I was at that game. How fantastic. I can watch it again. Mark pressed play and began to watch the game. But he hadn't got very far into the game when a confused look spread across his face.
Oh my god, what?
They look like ghosts.
We need to. This looks like fucking trash, spooky footage I'd find on YouTube when looking for
But he
ghost
hadn't got
sightings.
very far into the game when a confused look spread across.
Oh my god, there's not a single white person on that court.
Oh.
Like I know that
Oh.
I know that NBA players are disproportionately black, but there should be at least one white dude.
Oh, they used the design of the court from the image.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah. This is kind of funny.
They don't look like real people, do they? The people in the crowd look like blobs of literal color. They don't even have faces. The players are like
the people in the crowd just look like the little cylindrical 2 stub tall Lego pieces that like the
And
Lego heads are made out
the
of.
players kind of look like people-shaped mackerel.
Oh, fuck you.
You
I
can't
hate
see
that
it,
you
can you?
stop. Exactly, that's the problem. Cease. Away with you.
Just keep swim. Look, Hatchet. I'm making him swim. Just
You're
keep
just
swimming.
mackerel.
Just
It's
keep
just
swimming.
mackerel.
Oh, sorry.
I would like to officially announce my intention to destroy Bright's kneecaps.
He didn't make this video.
Yeah, but she did just start going, just keep swimming by bouncing frames around, which is just as bad.
Anyways, let's continue. 3, 2, 1.
A confused look spread across his face. Wait a minute. Ray Allen didn't commit a technical foul. I would remember if he had. He was my favorite player at the time.
What?
It's so funny when they trace over an actual picture.
Oh no! Oh.
Thank you for coming, Ray Allen. We appreciate you.
I'm sorry they drew you like your face was smashed in.
It looks like he's
Okay, to be
judging for
fair-
watching the video.
He's looking at us like, are you serious? You're watching this.
And I'm only saying
subjecting
that
your brain
because
to
they
this.
definitely do not have his mouth on the right spot.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, they're also putting it through a dumbass VHS filter, so everything's warbly.
Oh yeah, but it does. The filter doesn't warble it right, so it just looks wonked.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Mark watched as the game continued, but more and more things were different from the game he had attended. Suddenly, Mark heard a knock at the door. When he opened it, 2 men in suits were standing there. Mark was
How
about
the
to ask
fuck-
them what they
They wouldn't know yet.
How the they just
They're the
the
they're the
SCP
SCP Foundation, not the Men in Black.
Yeah.
the fucking SCP was discovered after someone made a Reddit post about it.
Yeah.
This guy just sat there going, that's strange. And then the SCP Foundation shows up. What does this
After
universe is?
buying the weird magic box from cracked out Stalin.
Yeah.
Does the SCP Foundation in this universe just monitor every single person at all times so that if there's even a slight chance that an anomaly has shown up, they just swoop in and black bag the person?
Oh my gosh, now I just started to, after hearing that, I'm starting to imagine a funny meme instead of, you never expect the Spanish Inquisition, just the MTF instead.
you never expect the MTF.
Oh no.
They just FBI open up meme into any house where someone starts talking about something that could be slightly anomalous.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that their weird off-topic opening is gone, maybe they'll just read the SCP file.
Now,
Oh, they definitely will just read the SCP file.
Oh.
it would be funny if they read like a different SCP file after this.
Just starts
Please don't.
reading for Laffy.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it. Oh.
In 3, 2, 1.
Bright can't jinx these people more than they have themselves.
Fair enough.
3, 2, 1.
wanted when one of them lifted his hand and Mark felt something sharp puncturing his eye.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's how that works. inject the uranium into the subject.
I'm gonna
Thank
say
you,
that
Mr.
doesn't
Man
even
in
look like
Black.
a real needle. That looks like the sort of thing that you use to inject water into your ears.
they just give a fucking a fucking ear syringe and just none of that's going into his body. It's just gonna soak his shirt.
Yeah, also, I did look up, apparently, what's mainly done most of the times when administering amnestics is they do it at the back of the neck to get as close to the, what's it called? The part of the spine that connects near to the brain. Yeah, get as close to that as possible without damaging it.
I see.
Which is why they wouldn't
Also, I want to comment, no doctor would put a needle through fabric and consider that safe injection. That would be contamination.
I love contaminated amnestics shoved into my arm by the strange man at my door.
It reminds me of a doctor I used to have.
Why don't we just keep watching? Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets better. Maybe
I guess
it
I'll
gets
say
better.
Stop being hopeful.
I do say that's okay. Anyways.
Arm. Welcome back to SCP Exposed.
Fuck yourself.
Today we bring you the safe class subject, SCP-1733. But before I go on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any more SCP stories. SCP-1733 is a digital recording of the 2010-20...
Where are the players?
No, but look at the basketball court. They couldn't be bothered.
They kept the trash VCR filter.
They do realize VCRs don't always play like that, right?
No.
Wait until they find out VCRs have been outdated well before 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, I know VCR videos don't really look like this because majority of the Godzilla movies I watched were on VCR tapes when I was younger.
Yeah. DVDs were a really quick hot pan thing. Everything was tapes for a while. Then as soon as the 2000s hit, VHSs were basically instantly outdated.
Yeah.
And then DVDs eventually became outdated.
Yeah, pretty much. Were you gonna say something?
Nothing important. Let's just continue.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
2011 NBA season opening game played at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts on the 26th of November 2010 between the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat. Agents monitoring social networking sites were alerted to SCP-1733 when a Boston native complained in a Facebook thread on the 27th of October about a technical foul in the third quarter involving players Ray Allen and Chris Bosh that never occurred in the original broadcast. When confronted, he uploaded the relevant segment, much to the confusion of the other people in the chat. Foundation agents embedded in Facebook's moderator team deleted the thread and procured the IP addresses of all individuals present at the chat at this time.
The players were drawn like they were in one of the early 90s or late 80s video games.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck is on the screen?
Yes, I love our random I don't care.
I
just don't care. Yeah, command prompt, whatever.
I think they
They're
took
command
a lot of
prompting.
coding and then they just put a bunch of random nonsense instead of actual coding.
Yes.
They had to command prompt to I don't know, arrest someone. I don't give a shit. Let's move on.
Time to locate and administer Class A amnestics. The Motorola brand DVR containing SCP-1733 was recovered for study. The DVR containing SCP-1733 is to be kept in a secure video archive. Playback of SCP-1733 is strictly forbidden, unless required for research, and personnel must contact Dr. Geller for permission to study it. Study of the footage has since revealed the nature of the recording's anomalous properties. Although
Are we going to have to give them 1 point for inaccuracy because of how they drew the VR, because it's actually important now?
At this point, yeah. Like, dead ass. They just don't know what they're doing. They're just like, oh, yes, this recording. Let's put it on this fucking early 2000s school projector.
This really does
Right?
look like a video game from the 80s.
It does.
Did Bright's computer crash?
No. But, hold on.
Did your brain crash?
No. I was getting a picture of a Motorola brand DVR.
Did they actually use an actual DVR?
No.
Okay.
As in, like, what are you asking, Jerry? Like, did the article
I
use
was
an
just
actual?
wondering why it was relevant. Is that just an example of what it should look like?
Did it get... Why is it not... Send! Send, damn it!
Oh, maybe I accidentally predicted what your computer was planning to do.
No, I'm doing it on my phone.
Oh.
Apparently my phone's being stupid. Oh, there it goes. Thank you.
That is an old DVR.
Yes. So again,
Very
why
nice.
are you sending this to us?
Oh, I just... Well... I don't know. I thought it would just show what the
Why
actual
don't you
brand was.
show people on your stream what an actual DVR is supposed to look like? But I
Like,
will have to
did
say
the
you should
article-
probably also maybe show a younger one, because that one is so old, it might have been one of the first types.
Hold up. Right.
Yes.
Are you doing this because they specified, like, that it was a Motorola brand DVR in the article?
Yeah, it says the Motorola brand DVR containing 1733 was covered for study.
Okay, so that's why you go grab it.
Yeah.
Either way, it's an older DVR. I just don't care.
Oh, I looked up Motorola DVR. There is one that looks similar to it, but not exactly.
Anyways.
I just...
Oh. That's probably what they took.
Yeah, but it still doesn't have anything to enter or exit on.
Anyways. Let's actually continue watching the video. 3, 2, 1.
initially diverging from the original broadcast only negligibly, such as quarter-point totals and occurrences of fouls, SCP-1733's content has begun to markedly digress with every additional playback. Recorded entities have been observed to
Wait,
retain
what the
memory of
fuck?
previous playings, and as such have developed a burgeoning awareness of their existence. It is hypothesized that playbacks impart an unquantified...
Hey, at least they're putting a diversity in the audience.
Yay. They can depict a large quantity of people of color when it's basketball. That definitely doesn't have any underlying tones to it.
It definitely does, and we'll have to give them a mark for that.
What should my new
Quantifiable.
Stardew character be named?
Do the bard.
No.
Oh, hi, random person.
Right?
What? Yeah, I don't know.
Hi, random cat.
That is not a random cat.
I heard just cat meowing.
Yeah, you already know it's not a random cat.
You also know his name.
Oh, is it Festus?
Of course it's
Oh.
Festus. Festus is the only one who screams like this.
I think I found out what it is through a Canadian marketplace.
What?
It's a
What are we?
Motorola DCT 6200 HD ready TV digital setup top box, which is not a DVR.
Oh.
Let me just
Oh,
Now I'm confused.
see. Look
I
at the
just-
side.
Wow. Anyways, let's continue with the
So
video.
we now know what they're using: a digital setup top box.
Let's continue. 3, 2, 1.
Reliable measure of cognizance to the entities inhabiting SCP-1733, with consecutive playings greatly expanding recall of previous events. This effect is cumulative and
They put more HD.
hello, botched LeBron James, I'm guessing.
Why does he look like he's mewing?
Don't expect them to know how to draw.
We're not going to talk about that. I'd like to formally announce that I will be redacting Bright permanently.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron.
extends to all persons in the arena.
Also,
Quality of
wait.
awareness.
When was that? When was this made? Whatever it was.
Huh?
That's supposed to be LeBron James, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what was his
I
number?
believe so.
What was the number on the jersey?
Was there a number on the jersey?
I think it just says he.
There's no number on the jersey.
Also, Hatchet,
Okay.
right? Do you know what a top box is?
No.
Basically, they're put on TVs and connected to them so you can watch TV channels.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I just want to get done with this.
That's fair.
Okay, sorry.
It's good.
3, 2,
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Confirming the device is not the source of SCP-1733's aberrant properties. Due to the distress visited upon inhabitants of SCP-1733, testing has been suspended indefinitely.
What was
What
that?
Oh, look at the distress. It just shows the camera panning rapidly and turning around on the same image.
Oh, and turning red too.
Yeah, turning red.
Yeah.
I can't. I love it.
Was the camera like bleeding or some shit?
I don't know.
It didn't
Later in the article.
It didn't happen in the actual SCP file, so we don't know.
Well, the lights do eventually turn red in the SCP.
Yeah, but that's
that's,
different
like,
than the
at the
video
very end
turning
of-
red. But the lights turning red did sound rather ominous, especially the data expunged after.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the reason the camera did that because it was the cameraman from the Blair Witch Project.
Oh,
I need to replay that game, but I know my computer will shit itself, so I can't even play it right now. God damn it. I got excited for a quick second and unexcited. 3, 2, 1.
Playback number 2 shows the TD Garden crowd booing the Miami Heat players during their entrance. The first deviation from the original broadcast.
I like how we come from low effort to
okay.
detailed.
So okay, okay, okay. He put the thing with the heat, but he didn't put a fucking number.
No,
Aren't those
Okay.
normally on the back of the jerseys?
No.
no.
So
They're at the
okay, it
front and
depends.
the back.
It depends. Yeah, there's like it depends on the jersey, the team, and like what like era the jersey's in. But yes, for the Heat jerseys, they did have it on the front, as well as the back. Typically, when you like on the back, you just have it with the name and then yeah, of the player.
Gotcha. Three, two, one.
Cast shows Miami Heat forward LeBron James observed to have scowled and shaken his head
Okay.
dismissively at the
That's-
crowd.
That is the laziest head shaking ever. They literally don't draw anything new. They just move everything on the face back and forth in the face.
Okay.
And I guess
So okay. So them saying that he's LeBron James, they could have at least fucking given him his his number on. Like they could have at least put his number. Like.
I can also see that I do not know faces well, because I thought that a previous guy that they traced was LeBron James.
Probably was, to be honest.
It could have been.
No, I don't think it was. But I just don't care.
Oh yeah, the other guy was bald. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Wait, wait, what time? What date do they? Is this like thing?
This is 2010
Yeah.
that the
Okay,
game's taking place in.
Okay. I can look that up. See which player they're trying to.
It's probably from the person in the article.
Yeah, you can continue on while I'm doing this.
In 3, 2, 1.
In the 15th playback, fans appear noticeably subdued when displayed on the facility's HD scoreboard screen. Celtics power forward Glenn Davis is able to execute a crucial block late in the fourth quarter on LeBron James, which he could not complete during the original broadcast, securing the Celtics' lead. Commentators note Glenn Davis's dedication to...
What's wrong, Jerry?
Yeah, you good?
And looking up Miami Heat, I found out there's one version of their player things that's black, and another one that's white.
Yeah. Well, there's
Player thing? Jerseys?
Yeah.
Jerseys. Yeah, there's a lot of different colors for jerseys. So home jerseys are typically white. Away jerseys are typically black. Yeah. In sports,
They would be wearing black since the game was not in Miami.
Back to the video at hand.
They might have been trying. Wait, I'm trying to like. Keep going. Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
to performing well on both sides of the court in spite of the Big Three's blistering ball movement on offensive plays. An awareness of previously played games has begun to form. Playback 26 is the first Miami Heat victory. The crowd becomes aggressive, shouting obscenities and hurling foodstuffs at the Celtics. Commentator Tom Heinsohn understood the frustration, criticizing the...
they came from the theater.
Oh no, every time they show the quote-unquote DVR box, I look at the picture of the TV setup top box.
The Celtics coaching staff for becoming so complacent after having cracked the code of the Miami Heat offense. As this was the first game together for the Miami Big Three, it is unlikely any coaching personnel would have become so adjusted to an unfamiliar offense in a single game. In Playback 27, commentators Mike and Tommy note a feeling of deja vu during the Heat's grandiose entrance. Crowd remained subdued during key Celtics plays. Celtics emerged the victors, prompting Tom Heinsohn to remark, "The Celtics have come a long way winning back the hearts of their fans." When asked to elaborate by Mike Gorman, Heinsohn could only respond that he felt the team had an embarrassment to atone for, but he could not specify further. In Playback 44, the teams emerge disoriented and confused, and the game is suspended. Majority of the time is spent by medical professionals assessing the mental state of players, who remain convinced they had dreamt of playing the season opener frequently the previous night. When informed of the situation by team staff, commentators Mike and Tommy affirm the same feeling. The crowd is also afflicted, and the recording ends with courtside correspondents interviewing members of the crowd on the nature of their dreams. By Playback 45, however, comprehension of their predicament had reached such a point that players declined to play altogether and assembled with the rest of those in attendance to formulate possible escape plans. It is the conclusion of Foundation researchers that the inhabitants of SCP-1733 are imprisoned in the setting of the recording, as they have been unable to exit by any means. Doors leading out of the arena have not yielded to any force.
He's not even using the push bar.
Okay, I've found the game, so I know which players played in it.
Also, I'd like to
Okay.
comment, if a door had a push bar, it would not be designed like that.
Okay, so the person they were trying to draw in that first one was Joel Anthony.
Okay.
Um,
The assembly has also been unable to exit from locker rooms, player facilities, and skyboxes. Waiting for patrons arriving in at scripted points prior to the start of the first quarter has also been unsuccessful. Individuals leave by where patrons entered and are then unable to navigate an escape from the adjacent corridors that girdle the main arena. Escape attempts have since grown more desperate and have included failed attempts at constructing makeshift explosives, all-out
Oh my god.
Is this supposed to be a Coke and Mentos bomb?
that looks like it has nails in it.
Yeah,
That looks like a shrapnel bomb. Ah.
and it looks like it's in a fucking water bottle.
Yeah, that's why I said a Coke and Mentos bomb. This is a small fucking bottle. It's 3, 2, 1.
rioting, the fracturing of the assembly into 3 opposing factions, until eventually leading to the ritualistic murder and disembowelment of players in the hopes of appeasing whatever it is that confines them.
What the fuck?
However, upon the beginning of a new playback, all persons are returned to their pre-game status, unharmed. By Playback 65, the recording is almost unrecognizable from the original. The crowd is unable to exit the facility. Players, coaches, and all involved team personnel have presumably barricaded themselves in off-screen player facilities. The infirm and parents, accompanied by their children, have retreated to the northeast corner of the balcony rise and have elected to wait out playbacks as they occur, making their territory with a Celtics championship flag. The crowd separated into 3 separate factions. Some individuals, henceforth referred to as the Faith Keepers, have expressed to multiple gatherings that they believe being confined to the TD Garden is a punishment for rampant consumerism of the post-industrial world. They have burned offerings of mobile phones, car keys, handbags, and wallets in center court for the past 4 playbacks. By Playback 73, the Faith Keepers have grown in numbers, and the conditions continue to deteriorate. This eventually leads to individuals leaping from the balcony section in the opening 10 minutes of Playback 112. Throughout the individual playbacks, we see the Faith Keepers storming player
Wait,
facilities
what
to
the
retrieve Paul
fuck?
Pierce.
No. What the fuck was that? What the fuck
The,
was that
the
drawing?
3-fingered hand. It was ET doing the experiments.
ET phone.
Oh, God,
home.
yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Wait, I just
It's
realized.
just kind of
Sanju says, "Don't be
What?
ableist, Hatchet."
what?
I'm making those sounds because they don't have a thumb.
I just
I just
Wait,
realized.
so are they technically flipping
I'm
people off?
I was wait. Why am I being?
Go
What?
ahead.
Hatchet
Why
is
am I?
so confused.
Why am I being called ableist?
I don't fucking know.
I think
Wait,
it's probably
what?
a joke.
I think
What
it's a
happened?
joke. Towards the
What happened?
three-fingered hand. Anyways, point hands, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who
I
said
get
what?
you.
All I commented was I don't think they have a thumb.
It's someone in string chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna say they're gonna skip the part about the orgies.
Of
What?
course they did.
Yeah, that's something that happened in the SB article. They're not.
Why don't we just keep watching?
Yeah.
Throughout the individual playbacks, we see the Faith Keepers storming player facilities to retrieve Paul Pierce and LeBron James. The players are ritually sacrificed, and their bodies are subsequently displayed on the arena's jumbotron. The murder of players seems to
And we're not watching the rest of that because I don't want to see AI. Alright.
Yeah, definitely.
They skipped the
Oh, hi,
orgy.
Sanju.
They skipped the orgy. They skipped arguably one of the most interesting parts of the SCP, the last bit. Or maybe they didn't, and you just skipped
They
over it.
did
I don't
skip
think
it.
I give enough shit.
Yeah.
They skipped over the end
I
with the
just-
redacted part. They skipped over the orgy. They definitely skipped over a lot of the finer details.
Yeah. Anyways,
Deviates has to probably be a 2. They deviated pretty far.
yeah, but removal of cancer status license. We'll get to that.
So they didn't include the authors. The author,
Yeah.
correct? So that's one point there. And there's not really any characters to remove except for the basketball players, but they mentioned them, so
Yeah, and the doctor.
Well,
He did mention them.
technically, did they mention the one doctor you have
Yeah,
to consult?
yes.
briefly.
Okay,
but
then
yes.
yeah, that's just a 1. Damn.
Yeah. Alter slash added gore or violence. They technically
They removed gore or violence, which is technically altering it. But how much did they remove?
I don't know. I guess I'd put that at like 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Davies trying to pull out the article.
2?
You
They removed like multiple points.
I think
Also,
that'd be fair.
they also called a TV digital setup top box a DVR player.
Oh. What did you react to? Something interesting, Sanju. Sanju also says, Hatchet sounds tired. Are you okay? You good, Hatchet?
I don't know. Let's just do the
We think
rating.
you are a wonderful and amazing person.
Only minute in the video slash offensiveness. The last one.
I'd put that at about a 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there was a low amount of racism, which was still there.
Yeah,
I think like the 1 is like sourced from the the undertones of them only deciding to add diversity when the topic is basketball.
Like,
Yeah.
Like the top.
also, question: did they have any like of the white
Well, I don't
basketball
think-
players in there?
No,
'Cause, like,
there
Nah.
are some times where it showed like, when they were showed like far from the distance when they looked like little fish people. Sometimes some of those would be shown as white, but when they actually zoomed in, none of the players were white.
okay.
Wait, they didn't show any women either.
No, they did. The female
Oh, did they?
researcher. Yeah.
Oh,
There was
right.
women.
Okay, then yeah.
But they did not show any of the mothers that were in the recording.
Yeah. So
Or the children. They
I
kind of
wanted.
kept the kids out too.
Okay.
Hmm?
To be fair,
I wanted.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be fair though, the starters for each team during that game, neither of them had any white people, so meh.
So
And the reason why I mentioned like white people, because like there is like racism like around like like black people being only good at basketball and stuff. So
that was why we gave it a point of offensiveness.